pushing buttons. Page 4. How is this one not? And there it goes. All right. Awesome. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as Awol, and I am excited today because we are nearing the edge of this big project, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, there was another thing. Okay, so hang on, let me just fix something on my screen. Okay, that's better. Some people might have noticed I did an Instagram post that says I'm already starting another project, and I think that got some people confused and thinking that maybe I'm like finished with this big thing already, which far from it. There's still more coming down. But I got my mind on this idea, man. I really want to make a bag with this really intense pattern that I've done, and it's got me just going crazy with the notions of what kind of colors will I use and what is going to come next. And I've talked about before. Let me show you this. These are swatches. This is where the string has been doubled up in this one, and this is where it's single. And what I can do is I can actually measure these and use that to help me gauge out how many strings, if I want to do, say, a pillow that's 50 cm across, which is about 16 inches or so, 17 inches, something like that. So I could do the math this way, but another way to do it is to take the pattern that I want and just do a segment of it. You know, I'm going to repeat it maybe 5-6 times, but once I have one segment of the pattern itself, I can then use that to help better give me a better sense as to how many times do I want to repeat it to end up at the width that I'm looking for. So that's kind of what this other project is. Mind you, this is all I've got so far. I just have the string is up on the like a board waiting for this thing to get out of my way. And this was the inspiration. This is the bracelet that I just recently sold, and as I was getting it out and getting it in an envelope, I realized like this was just one of those patterns that I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see what would happen with it, and I really liked the way it was going. And when I realized that if you do that double or triple wide or more, it's just a cool pattern. And the fact that you've got 6 colors that are in a fade, and you have 6 other colors that you can use for anything, yeah, that thing could be really, really cool. It could be really exciting. So that's kind of what I'm, all stoked about, So yeah, so the idea is what's going to happen is once I finish this and I'm ready to shift it all back the other way, I'm going to at least get that other one started. And because I want it on this easel, so that way I can actually record some video to show you kind of how I got it started and what it's about. So yeah, that means another Friday video, right? And we'll still do the live thing and all that. So I'm not sure when that video will actually come out, because I want it to be good, right? I want it to be kind of demonstrating what it takes to actually make this pattern, what it takes to do it. Now, mind you, my Patreon people have already seen the patterns themselves. I actually created them as a Patreon only pattern. But in the video tutorial thing, I'm going to kind of give you a rundown as to how I made the pattern. So that way, if you're so inclined to want to do this yourself, I'm going to kind of run you through how I took a regular thing that I've made hundreds of times, because really it's related to, let me grab. the pattern itself is actually related to this, that one shape in it. Let's go back to the picture. Whoops, wrong button. Still wrong button. That one. So the zigzaggy part is just like the zigzaggy part in this, right? Just happens to be there's more colors involved. So basically I took a pattern that I'm super familiar with and then turned it on its ear. So that's sort of what I'm excited about. I'm going to try to take this pattern that is completely my own, and I'm going to make it huge. So yeah. Okay, so been totally dying to like get all that stuff out. So now I see everybody's chatting and having a good time, and hello, and oh yeah, Alina, you definitely go back and check that out on Patreon. There's two patterns. One is where there's a diamond involved, which I gotta admit is not really my favorite of the two. If I actually put the diamond into it, it's going to be like the center of the pillow, but I have to make the swatch first to see what the length is, to be able to determine whether or not like I'm going to have a pattern that allows to have like a diamond center thing going on. So yeah, pretty excited. And we got the Gothic Silent Lamb. That's awesome. We've got, let's see who else there. Amaris is here. Who else did I see? Oh, and Rainbow Haze is here. All right, awesome. So welcome everybody. I just absolutely pent it up with all kinds of energy, and I'm absolutely delighted that you guys are here. It's been a long week. It seems that every time I turned around, there was something else that had to be done that took me away from actually working on the projects and doing the things. And now that it's you guys, I can actually take a moment and enjoy my work and do stuff. Let's see. Thank you for the well done and the progress. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you about the patterns on the Patreon. That yes, I honestly, if you guys have more time than I do and want to put it together, you can. I basically made it so you could kind of start wherever you wanted to. I kind of left it kind of open for interpretation. So yeah, that's yeah, have fun with it. You guys are hilarious. All right, so anyways, yeah, so I am so close to being at the edge of this. It is so exciting to think that I'm finally done with this row. And I've been telling like my Patreon people, like I'm kind of thinking maybe this is a blessing, because there was a possibility I might have just finished this part here, like say on Friday, and then I would be coming into our video not knowing what all was involved, or maybe not having enough string cut, and that could have been a real problem. So I'm kind of hoping that because I've been delayed, that maybe that was for the greater good. And we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, I honestly I don't know what comes after this, because it's, well, what I do know is that there are a lot of strings that are getting really short, and because it's a pattern that's not the same things over and over, this one here I might have to change out the reds first. The next one I might have to change out the oranges first. So each one is going to have its own caveat of whatever, and it's going to be a challenge, man. Are we now talking about how to have a good steak? Okay, when I was a kid, I always had to have mine well done. I was really young, but yeah, now it really depends on what kind of cut of meat. So, and mostly no, not open. I like the cat in the box thing. That's so cute. But yeah, I'm not gonna get dragged into debates over if well done is good or bad. So that's on you guys. Personally, no. As long, well, anything as long as you're not putting ketchup on your steak, I guess. And that's right, I said it. No ketchup on steak. So how has everybody else's week been? Have you guys gotten any fun stuff accomplished? Anything crafties in the work? Obviously, I've gotten a bunch of this done, so that was pretty cool. Of course, not as much as I'd hoped, but, you know. And that's got to be one of the life's lessons right there, too, is that, you know, as much as I kept going, oh, man, I got to go do a thing, you know, I got to go to the doctors. I ran out of my high blood pressure medication. I had to go do stuff. So, okay, so you and the bot like your steaks well done. Well, that's nice. But yeah, I had to go to the doctors, and that turned out really good. She's all excited about me having lost weight and healthier, and blood tests came back really good. So that's nice. Had to go. So we have these like little Bluetooth tokens, a little tiny thing that fits in your pocket, and can tell who you've been in proximity to. So if anybody gets sick, they can kind of notify you and give you a heads up, like take the test. And it just happened to be that Dad's token and the helper's token ran out of battery and had to be replaced. That was an extra trip to the mall. Yeah. That's got to be such a first world problem when you need to have storage boxes so that you can stow your embroidery cloths. Like, that sounds like just a wonderful amount of string. That's awesome. Oh no, carpal tunnel is horrible. A new gaming laptop and a Halloween friendship bracelet. That's awesome. Amaris though, so when it comes to carpal tunnel, my sister had it, and I know it's absolutely horrible. I know that I kind of go through some issues with because of the repetitive nature of doing bracelets, and you have to be careful. That's why I say easels and all this kind of stuff makes sense as far as having the right posture and stuff with your work. But there's this Chinese thing I discovered that they're like big marbles. There's two of them, and you take them in your hands and you rotate them around. Oh, they're within sight. Hang on. I was just thinking to myself, like, they shouldn't be too far away because I like to keep these things around. So I don't have the kind with the bells in it. Those are relatively popular, but these ones are stone. And doing this periodically will actually help with the whole hand coordination, the whole tendons and stuff like that. It's a great way of just taking a break from one repetitive thing and then doing something else that's sort of different. I don't know if that'll help you per se, but it helped me greatly, and so I definitely recommend it to anybody who's might have those kind of problems or run into that sort of thing. So yeah, hopefully maybe that will help. The ones I got, they didn't cost me very much. I think they were probably $10 maybe. Hang on, I just realized my camera was not plugged in, so it was actually running off a battery, and it probably wouldn't last than an hour. So yes, I just saved the whole chatty thing. Let's see. Oh, Helena, I hope you get better. I know that you seem to have been having a lot on your plate here lately. Yeah, and knitting really can be something more than just making stuff. And I think that's another reason why I encourage people to go ahead and enjoy the hobby, is because it's not just having something at the end of being creative or whatever. There's a whole meditative process in sitting there and creating something that's absolutely wonderful. So I mean, if anybody's watching this video right out there, if you're watching it now, or somebody that's coming and watching this video like from the future, and you're kind of on the fence about whether or not you want to do this kind of art, I definitely recommend it. It's helped me, and I have all a host of problems. It's like an alphabet soup of diagnosis of things. So yeah. Right, the compression thing for the arthritis. I'm not sure if that counts for carpal tunnel. It's all about, like, there's a little spot in there where the tendons kind of go through, and but yeah. Yeah, it might be worth trying that out. That's definitely a thing. Cool. But yeah, that's why when people have asked me before, like, how do you hold, you know, like they can't see this hand and how I'm holding the strings, and I've made it a point, like, you have to find what's comfortable for you, because the way I do it might hurt you, you know, so you have to find your own way. I've seen people who can hold the loop in one hand and manage to make the bracelets without a clipboard, without anything. And as crazy as that is to me, I mean, my fingers cramp just at thinking about it. That's what they're comfortable with. So you really have to find your way of doing it. And yeah, I definitely encourage people to try to make it more comfortable. I know that some people have taken the easel thing and have ran with it. One of my Patreon people, John Cook, he does he has an easel now, and you know, maybe that's not for you. Maybe you want just a board and have it leaning up against your desk and the board sits on your lap. That works too, you know. Just want to give you guys some options as to what's helped with me, because yeah, like, carpal tunnel is no joke. My sister got it from working at General Motors, and she was using heavy machinery that was, you know, the vibration and stuff just was too much for her, and yeah, it pretty much ruined her for many years. Right, yes, crocheting is a whole different thing. So yeah, that's one thing I couldn't, you know, for the life of me, I would love to crochet. One of my, again, one of my Patreon people, her daughter does the crochet animal things, and I think that would be the most amazing, fun stuff to do. I can't do it because I'm so used to a tight tension, I can't get the hooks back through, but you're right. There is a certain thing that they do like that, right? Oh man, Helena, you're just so full of, like, no good news. Well, there was one good news. You're gonna do some nodding, so that's nice. But yeah, fibromyalgia, that's no fun either. Yeah. I can't imagine like hitting retirement and then you don't have the ability to enjoy yourself because your hands and stuff were used up in all your years of giving your labor to somebody else. That's heartbreaking. That's absolutely terrible. Oh, that's funny. Okay, hey, so my bot is reminding us about the merch, which I almost forgot to tell you about. That's the other thing I'm really excited about. I have got a little bit of everything coming. To put in a big order with it, and I'm even getting the sweatshirts and stuff. So that is going to be a whole lot of fun. I'll have an unboxing video when it gets here, as well as I will give you guys a complete rundown of exactly what I think of all the different stuff. So I got the big mouse pad, the smaller mouse pad, some stickers. I want to put the stickers on my airplane trolley thing. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff coming, and I am really looking forward to that. So let's see. Oh yeah, so last week I didn't have an image for it. Let's see, where is the image? Here. So this is the pattern, and this pattern really came about from a bracelet that I did, and the bracelet was there's a video for my whole, like, how I did it or whatever. That was called the Coffee Blues, and then the bag that followed it was called Highly Caffeinated. So if you guys go through my YouTube channel, you can actually see a couple early rundowns of this whole thing. But the pattern itself is actually over at akaawol.com, and that for all of this, like this one here is over on my website, which is this one. Over at my website, if you go into the tutorials, there's a whole breakdown of what I've been doing, and you'll be able to see basically how you could like take this pattern and make it your own, do something different. Essentially, the colors at the top and the colors at the bottom are different, and that's why each, like this row here, like in the straight line, these are all the same, and then the ones that are like in the next row over are all different from this, but they're all the same as each other there, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, take a look at the pictures. It'll probably make a whole lot more sense to you there. And maybe you come up with your own little, cross take on this. So yeah. Yeah, it really is a shame. I look at my father-in-law, who because he didn't take proper care of himself, because he thought that fruit was a healthy thing, and overdid it, ended up with diabetes. He ended up not going and getting it checked when he hit his head, and did some kind of something to the optical nerve in his eye. He's basically, because of a lot of bad choices, he is now nearly blind, and Yeah, if he had just taken better care of himself, that whole thing might have been different. The operations he had on his eyes might have gone a whole lot differently if he wasn't diabetic. So yeah, caring for yourself has to be important. Yeah. So anyway, kind of veering off for our conversations here this evening. That's okay. It's all good. I'm still really pleased with the way this whole thing is going. This is totally cool. But yeah, I as much as I want to be the only one to ever do something this big and whatever, I know that somebody out there will probably outdo me one day. It's just the nature of the game, isn't it? Like, there's always one that has to do bigger, better, whatever. But for those people that want to try it, I make most everything available in one way or the other, either in teaching you how to, or how to come up with the patterns, how to use the graph paper, because that's a big part of what I use is my own graph paper. I really do swear by this stuff, and I can pretty much look at any bracelet on Instagram and create a pattern that's either exactly like it or at least pretty close. Sometimes I see, I think flaw is a harsh word, but I see the potential for doing it differently, and I don't know, I don't necessarily always like the patterns that I see out there, right? So hang on, something happened. I don't know if I grabbed only one string or what. I want to take this one out and redo it. Got a little off course or something there. Hang on. There we go. Well, you don't see. It doesn't have to be so big. I can totally relate to the fact that this is obnoxiously huge, but yeah. Well, that's the whole, and two, my whole pillow things that I'm doing is going to be a lot smaller, so that'll be interesting. Nice. Nice. Magic 8 Ball is on it today, boys. Yeah, like I said, there's always going to be somebody who enjoys doing big projects, and I definitely, I know that there'll be somebody that's going to come harder and do more and whatever. I just wonder, like, will they put as much into the pattern as what I've done here, because this pattern really is something, and I'm really proud of that. If nothing else, not the size. The size is just, you know, whether or not you can stick to it. It's the pattern that I came up with, I think is what I'm most proud of here. Oh, this one isn't a bag. This is a wall hanging. This is something I want to be able to put up in my living room when my wife and I end up with having our own place. We're already thinking ahead to the day when my father-in-law with his Alzheimer's is finally, when he passes, it'll be just me and my wife. And yeah, we're thinking, how would we like to have our home? And having an artwork that I created myself, I think that's going to be something special, you know. Heck, I have a hat that I bought from Japan that is sort of like a, oh, that's actually within reach too. I have this kick-ass hat that I absolutely love. Right? Kind of artsy, whatever. A number of people who have seen it, like when I'm like off at the doctor's office or whatever, they all ask me whether or not I made it. Like everybody's so used to the notion that I create things that, yeah, if I buy anything slightly artistic, it's automatically assumed that I must have made it. I didn't. It's from Japan. It's pretty cool. So the oh my god to the hat, was that like a good thing? You liked the hat, or oh, good. Thank you guys. Yeah, it was one of these. I don't know if you guys follow like different musicians or whatever, or YouTube personalities, but there's a guy on YouTube who breaks down a lot of stuff about music and stuff called Rumi Official. And he had this really kick-ass hat from Japan. And while looking up like where he got his hat, I noticed that they had this other one, which I thought was way cooler. And it was sort of a consolation prize for letting my wife run off and go on a cruise without me. So yeah, I got a cool hat, and she got to go off and do a fun thing for work, and it was kind of cool. Yeah, well, the oh my god could have been either way, right? So yeah, that was I don't like making assumptions. Anyway, so yeah, adding a little string here. I can't believe how close I am to actually having this segment done though. It's been a couple weeks to get across this whole thing, and it's going to be I don't know how long I'll come downwards when it comes to the next pass. I'm kind of leaving that all open to feel, to see how far things go, or you know, what gets added. I can already tell that like the light blue is going to be a thing in there somehow, you know, because even though I'm replacing them now, they get kind of shorter and come off the floor and stuff by the time I'm just this far. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. Here, grab some scissors. Cool. String is added. All right. Next one is a diamond. That's the easy one. All right. So, yeah. I'm glad everybody likes my hat. That's fun. I got a little nervous, like after the order went in. I'm like, ooh, is this going to be a little bit too much? You know, a little too far out there. People here in Singapore don't wear hats very often. It's hot and humid. But for me, what I liked about it was covering and protecting my ears from the sun, so I don't get like the tips of my ears burnt, because without having hair, obviously that could be a thing. So yeah, I love it. I wear it all the time. So, it says there's 7 people here, so hello to whoever else is in here who's not chatting away. Feel free, ask questions. I don't mind. How do you say the one name? The green grass. Siraj? So Siraj, I'm kind of curious, where are you from? That's kind of a fun name. It's Indian, right? That's Indian, I'm guessing, right? So that could be somebody here in Singapore, that could be somebody far away, I don't know. Live for friendship. That sounds. Hello. Hello, hello. Amaris, we all need more string. Actually, so the whole thing about this bracelet, which is this string here that started to be able to go towards this project, has me already trying to do the math as to how much string I'm buying for it. And I just got 8 kg of plus not that long ago, and already I'm like, ooh, need more. Aww, that's so nice. It's nice when cats can be nice and not little destructive monsters. Yeah, Gothic, you have a ton of craft stuff though. You are like, you pretty much dwarf all the stuff that I have. And I have ridiculous amounts of stuff. But, well, I have a ridiculous amount of embroidery plus. You have other stuff too. Like, honestly, I keep telling myself, like, before I get too much more of anything, I should use up all the string that I currently have just to see what that's like. Because I have absolutely no idea how long that would take. I mean, no clue. But, yeah. New ideas come up. Need different colors for those ideas. Yeah, cats are difficult. Like, you can tell a cat owner's home versus anybody else's home. Like, obviously, if you want to have like little trinket things, they have to be behind little glass doors. Yeah, there's a whole art to having cats. And I spend way too much time here in the office space working on stuff to have a cat, I think. I don't think I give him enough attention. Yeah, I have quite a number of totes and then drawers of floss, plus there's giant baggies for bigger projects and a small trunk. So yeah, I got it bad. Okay, so lots of Legos. That's pretty cool. I definitely could go for having more Legos. Legos are good for obtaining different photographs in ways that are difficult to get any other way, you know? So yeah, I have a bit around here just for that purpose. One of the many other things I enjoy doing besides tying knots. Hey, I'm curious though, what kind of paints? Watercolors or acrylic or what? Yeah, I have a number of embroidery hoops as well. I was using them for some of the round bags. I don't know if you guys have seen those over on my Instagram account or the akaawol.com, but I've done a number of round bags, and the embroidery hoops worked really well to hold it round while I was bringing the knots inwards. The big question then is whether or not I can pull the ring out of the bag without destroying it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with trying to use up all your string before buying more, but then there are going to be occasions where you take a look at what you might want to make and you kind of start thinking about it and you're like, nope. Yeah, trust me, I know this. Yep. Yeah, I did acrylic. We were talking about this a couple times before, where I did the steal your face on the back of a blue jean jacket. That was acrylic paints. And then the guy actually met some of the members of the Grateful Dead and took him to the wrong hotel. Because he was so excited and trying to show off the jacket that I had painted for him. So. Yeah, I like watercolors personally, mostly because since my mother-in-law and father-in-law both came down with their health problems, when I take and go out and try to unwind or whatever, watercolors I find are really easy to sit down at a restaurant or sit down outside somewhere, and I don't have to worry about making a mess or how long it takes to dry and that kind of stuff. I can actually, so that's how I try to unwind when I'm not just, you know, tying knots. Also helps me unwind. But yeah. Well, to be honest, growing up when I was young, you should have seen my craft stuff. Well, my mom's and my sister's. My mom was a seamstress, plus she enjoyed crocheting, knitting, and pretty much anything kind of crafty. And so my sisters and myself, we all kind of grew up around this stuff. And yeah, we had endless amounts of fun things at our disposal. So yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen the huge size legal filing cabinets. There were 4 of those stacked together, and that was just for like fabric and needlepoint canvases and that kind, and cross-stitched canvases. And my sister used to do what's the needlework where you use all different knots and create like a scenery stuff? She used to do that one. It's not the cross stitch, it's the other kind of what, needle and thread. But yeah. Wow. Yeah, yarn can add up. My sister likes to do Afghans and stuff, so she would have just tons of that stuff for playing around. I have to admit, that's one of the things I like about doing this kind of stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to take up that much space to have a good amount of things. Like my airplane trolley, honestly, probably has enough supplies in there that if I was just to go stick to doing bracelets, I could probably go for a good year before having to order more stuff. How bad is it that we actually would consider having to rent space just to be able to hoard up more craft supplies? Actually, maybe you should get those. Have you ever seen the Chinese, or not? Is it no Japanese? The Japanese have beds where you can pull the mattress off, and like underneath is like three long compartmental storage spaces. Like I'm pretty sure you could fit a ton of yarn in there. I like having the warehouse idea. Oh, I don't. Let's see. Wait, what was the? Ah, I don't know if any of you guys had seen this, but this is the post. This is the picture I posted over on Instagram as well as YouTube, and nobody bothered to point out to me that there was actually a mistake in there, and that's actually this week. That was another thing that kind of threw me off. It's probably hard to see. It was right in here. It was supposed to be white, orange, white, orange, white, orange for the crosses, and there were two red crosses in a row, and so I had to actually undo 3 boxes worth to be able to get to it and make the correction. So yeah, it's somebody was asking either last week or the week before, like, have you made any mistakes? And I was saying no, and I really not really, you know, little ones, but nothing big. This was the first big mistake, and yeah, I went to great lengths to make sure that that was not in the final product. I think it would have driven me crazy, especially since in order to carry on, I would have had to done another red one, well, or red or orange, whatever you call it. So it would have been 3 of them in a row, because I couldn't, you know, I couldn't have changed it because it would have changed the way everything else worked. So yeah, that was, yeah, it's one of those things where I guess because I look at this so much and in such detail, it didn't take me but a second. Like I was like, okay, the next one is, damn it. So yeah. Anyway. Kind of fun that we have the same kind of crowd coming back each week. This is fun. I really appreciate it, guys. Gotta thank you for helping make these things fun and interesting. There's also, I have to admit, I do kind of look at the statistics and stuff, and there's also a fair number of people who I must not be in the right time zone for getting to them, because the number of people watching the live streams much later on. So hello to all of you people who are watching this sometime in the future. Sorry it couldn't be in your time zone. Yeah, but if you made a bed out of a huge pile of yarn, later on when you wanted to use the yarn for something, you're likely to find that it's going to become difficult or not work out the way you want it to, so yeah. Scrooge McDuck. Well, you know, honestly, I actually have thought about trying to do longer live streams now that my computer can handle it so far. It seems that, like last week was the first time I actually went, I went 3 hours, which I thought that was pretty impressive. But yeah, maybe one of these days, totally see how far I can take it. Imagine that means a lot of coffee. Yes, it is getting closer and closer to the edge. I really cannot wait for it to get to there. Cannot wait. Yeah, so the other thing, so I was talking about making the video. Oh wait, hang on, have we tried alpha? Yes. Why, everybody wants me to do alpha. Yes, I made a bag out of alpha, and yeah, for me, it's not as much fun. So where to start on that? Yeah, I'm well aware of alphas. I get how they work. I'm quite capable of it. My biggest problem is I have ADHD, and so the ADHD brain does not deliver dopamine, right? So the problem is when you do an alpha, it takes a long time to complete a row. And my little trick about doing these kind of things, like, is I get excited after accomplishing a square, and that feeling of an accomplishment gives me that teeny tiny little bit of dopamine that my brain says, woohoo, you did good. And that's what kind of drives me to keep going. When I do alphas, it seems that I don't get that reward feeling because it takes so long to get across one row that yeah, I don't get that happy feeling from doing an alpha. And I know that's completely just me, and I know the alphas are completely capable of doing stuff where you could go to a cross stitch generator and make something incredibly complex. I get it. That I can totally see where the joy in that might be. But for me personally, I would much rather do something like this, which is obnoxiously big. Like this was what, last week's? So this thing is huge. So yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah, most people probably don't know. Like, there's a whole stigma where people don't talk about ADHD or why it's a thing or whatever. And so yeah, I don't expect people to actually understand the problem that comes from it. I'm only just really coming to terms with it, and that's because I'm actually getting help for it now. But yeah, I did do a alpha bag. It's, if you go into, oh, how many strings? This is 865 strings. But if you go over into my website, akaawol.com, you can actually see the alpha thing I did. I believe it's, well, I know it's for a fact it's in my shop, but it might actually also be in my portfolio. I'm not 100% sure on that. It depends on whether or not I have a photographer that actually helps with things. So I don't recall. Do you know if it's in there? Yeah. Wife doesn't remember if we have it in there either. But yeah, so this thing is 4.5 foot wide or approximately 141 centimeters. There's 865 strings. It might be 866. It should be even, right? And it weighs 600, well, it weighed 651 grams. It's gaining weight as I add more and more string. Is it getting cold in Minnesota yet? I know that Minnesota and Michigan's weather are kind of comparable. That's a good question. Where is everybody from? I know a couple of those. Wisconsin. Oh, that's closer to Lake Michigan than Minnesota. Yeah, I've been trying to describe to my wife what fall weather is like, how it can be a sultry warm day and then evening just the temperatures just plummet, and then you have to make sure that you bring the right stuff because you could be shorts for part of the day and sweaters and jackets for the other part. Netherlands, very cool. Yeah, it's way cool to see some people in America actually tuning in. I know that the hours are pretty earlier than I like to get up personally, but I definitely appreciate you guys being here. So is Not to Love, is that a YouTube channel or is that Instagram? Has daylight savings started for you guys yet? I'm in the land of like endless summer, so we don't have it. So I have no idea if it's began or not. Cool YouTube channel, all right. So yeah, I'm trying to like do my math. Like I know that there's like a 12-hour, normally a 12-hour difference between Singapore and East Coast. But then there's the whole daylight thing, and is it 13 now? Yeah. Right, so that's right. That's what I was thinking. Like I don't know when that began. In the 30s. And I'm guessing that's in the Fahrenheit 30s. Yeah, ouch. That's chilly. Not oppressively chilly, but still chilly. Yeah, it used to be a different, like when they did it, somehow they decided to change when daylight thing happens. So yeah, I just get confused. Like they've had a rule and then they changed it, and I don't know. Mind you, I used to have to know the difference for like 3 years, because while I was in the Detroit area and talking with who is now my wife in Singapore, knowing what time zone or whatever, that was kind of a big deal. But then I came over here and then it just all that kind of stuff kind of went out the window. Yeah. I thought the same thing when I saw the 30s. I'm like, wait, 30s? That's warm. Oh wait, no. What do we got? We got 6 people watching. Cool. 13 Celsius. That sounds amazing. Oh man. Yes, 30 Celsius is quite warm, and we have humidity. Like, just absolutely the worst humidity. Yeah, 13 would be amazing. I could wear a sweatshirt and a denim jacket and be happy. Mind you, because it's been so long that since I've been around the winter, I think it would really take a lot for me to be able to, like, I'd have to be bundled up to enjoy the 13. But yeah, I could do that right now. Yeah, earlier today it was 33 with a feels like 39 because of the humidity. So it was brutal. It's not fun. Yay. Did it pop up with a subscribe? Oh, yeah, I know that it used to be like the last weekend of a month, or now it's the first weekend of something. I don't know how it works. Yeah, one of the things we were talking about recently, the wife and I, is um, the closest thing to having like a steady, cooler temperature in these parts is to be kind of up in the higher altitude. So some of the mountainous areas, they have stays right around the 18 degrees Celsius range. That's like their average temperature. And yeah, I really miss the whole being able to travel and go to those kind of places and enjoy the cooling weather that they have. It's a bit damp and stuff up there, but it's awesome. They have tea plantations and definitely awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm ready to come back to America just yet. I mean, it's it's got a nice president and things are kind of looking better than it was, but America showed kind of an ugly side of itself there for a little while, and I'm kind of like, yeah, no, not really ready to go deal with a bunch of crazies. I don't think they've all quite gone back to the dark recesses yet. Snow can be pretty, but winters just wore me down. Yeah, if we could get a thunderstorm over here, it wouldn't be so bad. It kind of takes some of that energy out of all the concrete and cools things off for a while. The worst is when you get a heavy rain first thing in the morning, and then by mid-morning it all starts to evaporate and just becomes humidity. That's like the worst. In there. My sinuses are absolutely going crazy here. Just bear with me a moment. It's so funny. It seems like when I'm talking with you guys and just having fun, whatever, the amount that I accomplish with this just seems so much greater. Like, really, as I look at this, it's like, wow, I'm almost done with this whole row. That was pretty quick. So you guys are talking about winters or rainy, or when's your favorite. So once upon a time, back when I had winters and it could be severely cold outside, my favorite was the sitting with the coffee and looking out the window and watching the snowflakes coming down. Um, that was my season. That was my favorite thing. Didn't necessarily want to go out there. I definitely didn't want to shovel. But it is very pretty to watch. And having a nice warm cup of coffee in your hands to keep your hands warm. Yeah, there's no reprieve from the heat even at night here. It's still dang warm. Less than, say, in the daytime, but still really darn warm. I've learned the pattern by heart. It's here. Let's do this one again, just for a reminder. This is how much I've already accomplished. When I started out, I did have to actually keep looking back at the graph paper designs to make sure that I knew what I was doing. But at this point now, yeah, I pretty much have it memorized. And I don't know what's got my nose going crazy, but something is just getting to me. Something fierce. Oh, and the other thing is when it's actual winter, when you have a winter where there is snow, it makes the air dry, which is great if you have sinus trouble or, you know, whatever. It just changes everything. Awol is hilarious tonight. I'm enjoying the tunes from tonight. This is slightly different from last week's. Kind of fun. Yeah, sir. Once you get down below a certain temperature, the air just goes dry. Like all humidity just becomes little flakes of stuff. That's the one thing I was trying to explain too to my wife, that if we're going by Celsius, 1 degree can be colder than -2, because if it starts, having any precipitation, at 1 degree, it's wet and it'll soak through your clothing and take out all your body heat. At -2, it's all flaky stuff that kind of you just brush off your jacket. So yeah. It's hilarious is as you say that, Rainbow Shop, I see a little wrench next to your name. So like, it looks like you're ready to go, do some tune-up on the bot there. Oh no. I don't think I've ever skated on a river. I have on lakes and stuff before, but not a river. I know that that's possible on some of the bigger ones, but moving water scares me. Mind you, I lived by a lake that was pretty shallow for a while, and actually drove my car out on it. I had a brand new car, and it was the first time of having front wheel drive, and I wanted to get used to the idea of what happens on ice. So I drove a brand new car that it didn't even have 100 miles on it yet, and drove it around on a frozen lake just to make sure that I could handle whatever conditions. Somebody asked Magic 8 Ball whether or not Rainbow Shop is going to actually get him sorted. Let's see. Yeah, when I was a kid, ice skating didn't work out so well for me. I couldn't get my ankles straight up and down. Yeah, as a kid, we had an area in the yard that where a lot of the rainfall and the snow and whatever melting would end up in a big pond, and like in the springtime, it was enough for even the ducks to come in. So yeah, couldn't skate to save my life. Didn't happen until I was much older. Can't say I'm good at it. I would never go fast because, fear of not being able to stop. Yeah, picking out colors can be a lot of fun. And did 8 Balls just get quiet? because I know, like he didn't respond. Like he's got mentioned a few times and still nothing. He's chickening out. Oh, that makes sense. I could see the chair thing working. I don't know if I'm kicking up some kind of a fluff off of the strings or something, but my nose is absolutely going crazy tonight. What's the skating rink here have? It's not chairs, it's something that they push around. Oh, penguins. They have these adorable little penguin things that basically work like the chair. We have a mall that actually has a big skating rink right in the middle of it. And all these different restaurants and stuff all face in towards where the skating rink is. And then you have hockey games on certain, I forget, Thursday nights, Friday nights, something like that. But yeah, there's this really cool place here. And it's like penguins that people waddle around with on the ice. It's the cutest damn thing. Actually, you guys from the Midwest, have you guys ever tried the ice fishing? There's a fun thing. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's from the project. It typically hasn't been a problem with my project, but today, man, absolutely getting me. Yeah, the penguin thing is definitely, they're really super cute. Yeah, we actually have a mall that has a Zamboni. Like, how cool is that? Yeah. Yeah, I used to... I remember being a teenage boy, going out and finding one of those like ice fishing box things that they hang out in, and me and my friends, we would like skip school and try to hide in one of those things, trying to keep warm. It just would have been better off just staying in school. I don't know why, because we get paranoid, and like any nail holes through the wood, we were peeking out to see if anybody was coming up, you know, because we had no idea whose the thing belongs to and didn't want somebody mad at us for being inside. Yeah. And of course, you know, some of the paranoia might have come from smoking, but yeah, it'd been better off staying in school. It's so handy to have the wife on a computer nearby where she can actually look up this stuff. That's so cool. I think we've lost everybody to go see the penguins. Has anybody seen the BBC special where Benedict, what is his name? Benedict Cumberbatch went and talked about the penguins. This is what he called it. He didn't even call it penguins. He called them penguins. The cutest damn thing ever. It was so hilarious. Yeah, that was classic stuff right there. Definitely enjoying the music tonight. Having fun. Everybody's gotten quiet. Yeah. Tomorrow or the next day. Yes, I will be really close to having this whole edge thing done. Like I said, like then once I get to the point where I can take this off the board and I'm going to rotate it, that's when I'm going to go and try to work on this kind of pattern, just enough that I can get. I need to find out like how wide it is and get an approximation as to how many strings are going to get used more frequently. So yeah. Right now it is what? It is 11:30 over here. It is I kind of like the idea of like starting the morning watching somebody doing knotting work. Like that sounds very relaxing. Could have a coffee, sit back, watch a huge project unravel. Well, or ravel, I guess. Suddenly I'm interested too. I want some bacon. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh! Oh. That was brutal. Yeah, so there's a little time delay between me actually talking and by the time you get it. My wife just heard my sneeze and is giggling at me for it. Hang on for a second, I need some tissue. Thank you, Rainbow Haze. I suspect. So my cat used to like try to get at my food, but I suspect now, now that I'm in Asia and now that like there is no like cereal or regular breakfast food, and because I do rather enjoy excessively spicy stuff, I suspect that if I had a cat now, I don't think it would want anything to do with anything that I eat. It might go for what my wife likes, but over here we have a pepper called the chili patty, or what's it also called known as? Bird's eye chili. And those things will light you up. So yeah, I suspect that they'd probably take a sniff of that and be like, nope, not having that. The sneeze that can be heard around the world. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's kind of got my sinuses going crazy. Maybe there's going to be a change in the weather or something. That's always good for that sort of thing. So Lily, how wide is this alpha that you're working on? No, typically not so much. Well, cats can sometimes see us eating and enjoying something and think, I'd like to try and see if I could enjoy that too. But, you know. $117 strings, that's a pretty good width. just a little bit bigger than some of my small bags. Good morning, Robert. Well, it's about to be morning over here. It's 11:37 right now here in Singapore. Hi, Robert. Oh. Let me take a break here and just kind of point out that all this stuff that you see here is made possible by these wonderful people who help me through my Patreon. And yeah, you guys are the best. You guys really have kept this channel going when I have considered giving up on it. So thank you very much. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. I really think I would have given up a long time ago. I had problems with cameras. I had problems with computers and whatnot. And having, even if it just small amounts coming in, at least helps to know that I can afford to kind of keep this thing going. Oh, Lily, if you don't have Instagram, you really should try Instagram. If nothing else, take a look at like all of the art and stuff I've shared over there, because I have made a number of bags so far. Well, okay, if you really wanted to see it without doing it Instagram, then you can always go to akaawol.com, and that's my website, and I have a portfolio over there. But Instagram is sort of fun too, because I sort of use Instagram to track how long it takes me to make something. So typically there'll be a picture where you just see like a little bit of string starting, and that's even true with this project. You can actually go back and find when this started from there, and yeah, kind of fun. Oh, the other thing about the Patreon is I do share patterns and a lot of blog posts more about who I am and what's going on over here and stuff. So yeah, Patreon can be a lot of fun. And then I think, where did I put it? I have I've actually figured out which bracelet I'm going to use for my next winner from the thing. Is it? Not sure which. Let's go with this camera. All right, so this is the bracelet that'll go to some lucky winner. It's very similar to, whoops, wrong button. Still wrong button. That one. It's similar in a sense to that bracelet. In fact, it's probably the same exact colors, but I've made the part out here kind of weird and different. So that's going to be what's up for grabs in the Patreon world over there. So yeah, just a heads up in case anybody's interested. Lily was looking for what? A link to the pattern? All I see is I found it. Yeah, you have to excuse me. I'm really not sure what's going on tonight, but my nose feels like I'm just something. I don't know what. I got one of those Vicks inhalers to try to clear that out a little bit. Goodness gracious. Sorry. And Rainbow Haze, I think you're right. I think I'm probably just a day or so away from having this all, this whole side thing done. Yeah, I hate having the itchy nose feel. So Gothic, you're making a blanket, I guess? Crocheted blankets, right. Do you make up your own patterns, or do you strictly follow somebody else's patterns when it comes to that kind of stuff? I know I saw you did the granny squares. Yeah, a little premature. So yeah, my sister used to be a strictly follow the pattern crochet person, and she had a particular blanket that she kind of fell in love with the pattern, and it used 3 colors, and the 3 colors kind of ran in sort of like rows or something. And I was telling her about a color combination that I thought would be 4 colors instead. She's like, oh, but my pattern only allows for 3. And I'm like, yeah, but you could alter it. All you'd have to do is just change here and there and kind of point it at what I thought could be different. She's like, I don't have a pattern for that. I'm like, you can wing it. And I think it was the first time that anybody ever told her that you don't have to follow the pattern to a letter. And after having tried the idea, she got all excited and was suddenly like, oh, I can do 4 colors. Now, me, I can't do the crocheting because I can't do the tension, but I can knit. I can even do like cable stitches and stuff when it comes to knitting. Mind you, I only ever made scarves, but I had some pretty complex scarves that I made. Look like great big, twisty ropes and stuff. That sounds fun. I've actually, excuse me, I've actually been wondering about pulling out. I have a last year I started a Halloween themed bracelet. It was a tube, and I never actually finished it. I've been kind of tempted in pulling that out and finishing it up. I wish it was cold. I actually bought a pattern thinking it would be all fun to make. It's cross between knitting and the one where you have a little spool with the 4 nails in it. And basically the knitting part is you knit a skull cap, and the other part is you take and you just keep going around in a circle. You take a crochet hook and you go over the nails, and as you go around, it makes this big, long, chunky rope out of your yarn. And then you stitch that chunky rope onto the skull cap in the pattern of looking like a brain. And I don't know, something about that idea of having this open skull brain kind of hat thing, just, I would love it. But like I said, it's nighttime here. It's almost midnight, and it's what, 28 degrees out with 70% humidity. Yeah, not much chance of actually wearing something like that. In fact, the hoodie that I'm getting from my merch shop, yeah, I probably, let's see, wait, I got a button for merch shop. This one. Nope, still wrong one. This one, there. The merch place. See that hoodie? Yeah, that's totally mine. But I probably only ever get a chance of wearing it when we go to the movie theaters, because over here the air conditioner is absolutely brutal at the movie theaters, and I about freeze to death. Sit there with my teeth chattering. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. Yeah, I used to do that thing with the spool a lot when I was a kid. That was like just something my parents gave me to kind of keep me quiet, and I'd be entertained for days with the damn thing. I don't think that they ever made anything with it, though. I don't know what ever happened to any of those things I made, but I don't recall there being any use for it. But yeah. Yeah, I was wondering if you had gotten that yet. I know that I think most of my order has just shipped out, so it took a while, and I think you're maybe 2 days ahead of the purchase that I did. So yeah, I was kind of wondering if you got yours yet. Mind you, I have to wait for mine to ship halfway around the world. So yeah. Oh, and look at the bot comes up with a link. How nice. Oh, and you guys were talking about different shows to kind of have in the background or whatever. I think that one of my bigger distractions this week was I tried a new show that I thought looked fun. Final Space, I think is what it was called. Oh my god, it is so cute. If you guys have Netflix, this show is absolutely adorable, and sadly, it's only 3 seasons long, which you can pretty much watch, like a 2-day binge. Well, you could probably do it in 1 day if you really tried, but 2-day binging, definitely cute. Yeah, I wonder if America has gotten. I know that during the Trump administration, America's postal services took quite a hit. A lot of their big machinery and stuff got pulled. I wonder if that's ever gotten sorted again. Oh, go enjoy dinner. Thank you. I can't believe how well this is going. This is really coming along here. Yeah, yes, I was afraid of that they never actually got it sorted. I'm not sure if the guy that got appointed to the job that wanted to basically destroy the post office, because the notion is that it's a government service, and in order to try to privatize it and make somebody hella rich, they're trying to destroy the actual government facility or whatever. So yeah, it's really, really unfortunate. Oh, that's right. You too have the whole governmental change thing, the whole Brexit or whatever. I wonder if that's. I know that a lot of products and stuff, because of the whole European Union happened, like how cameras can't record video for like more than 30 minutes or something, and unless they're pay extra because they're classified then as a video camera. So like a regular Panasonic or Canon or whatever, those can't. They all put limiters on it. I wonder if British out of the picture, whether or not some of those companies will produce a camera that actually can record longer or not. Hey, running to the craft store. Good on you. Have fun. Enjoy. Try not to spend a fortune. Wow. I always kind of pictured that, like, in Britain, things just take longer because when I was there, and this is no lie. This is how pretty much any given day would go. We'd get up, have a bit to eat, have our showers and whatever, and then I would have coffee. The girlfriend, she'd have tea. Then we have to go to the store, so she'd call up her friend who's got a car, who would show up and come in, and then because a friend is over, you got to put on the tea kettle, and it's like, wait, I thought we were going to the store. No, we're civilized people here. We have a cup of tea first. So we sit and we have a cup of tea and talk about whatever's been going on in their life since the last time they were seen. And that takes, hours. Then you finally decide to go to the store and you pick up everything, you come back to the house, and you have to put the kettle back on again. And then you talk about your whole experience that you just had at the store, and, that cashier, can you believe it? Blah, blah, blah. Sort of spend the entire day getting close to nothing accomplished. So yeah, if Amazon is slow in Britain, I say it probably has something to do with tea time. Just a hunch. Tea lag is real. Yeah, I drink my coffee because I need actual caffeine, not that petty little whatever you get from tea. And then I have scotch. I like scotch. Don't really drink beer, don't really drink much anything else. But I like scotch. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that the wife was actually going to get me that rum after the last time we chatted. That that stuff sounded really good, and the price wasn't exactly crazy. I'm not sure if rum and tea go together. I do know that scotch and coffee do. You guys are making me want to drink, and my nose is already a mess. I can picture that one. Vodka and a fruity tea, that's not bad. Yeah, not yet. Ask the robot, ask the bot guy, the Magic 8 Ball, whether or not I can have rum. Ah, thank you. I is a good boy. Someone asked the bot, see if the bot agrees I've been good. Yes. Uh-oh. Leaning towards no. Holy, what? Wait, there's still one more. Come on. Did the bot only answer to one? Did they ask so close to each other the bot just was like, nope. Damn it. Kind of half expected 2 answers there. Yeah. Sometimes I can be really cute. Nice. Well, that straightened him up real quick. That's priceless. Of course, I can't help but to think of the Magic 8 Ball and think about, have you guys seen the movie Shazam? Oh my god, that movie was so awesome. The bot whisperer, I love it. But in the movie Shazam, the kid's playing with the 8 ball and then, you know, yeah. Ah, that's too good. I think Shazam is on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. It's definitely worth it. It's probably super geared towards like the teenage whatever, but it's absolutely epic. It's a great superhero thing. It's one of those ones where any boy could grow up and be a super, and then I don't want to give away too much. Like it's awesome. It makes every kid a super kind of thing. Yay! So yeah, that's a really cute one, and Final Space is pretty cute. Like I said, I binged watched that one. That was a lot of fun. There's this little green guy, Mooncake. He's just the cutest thing. He's like, chocolate pop. It's absolutely adorable. Yeah, the chocolate pop. Chocolate pop. Chocolate pop. Yeah. It's just adorable. It should replace all swearing. That should be like my go-to thing. It's rather than using cuss words. Yeah, I imagine because the voice is, yeah. Chocolate. No, you just get cuter. I'm a happy drunk. No, I suspect that the rum, why I can't have rum, is more like eventually the bottle will get empty and then it's going to be non-stop. Where's the rum gone? Where's the rum gone? So yeah, that would be, I could see that happening. Alright, now comes a fun part. I have to figure out how to do half of a diamond, which is a bit different from actually doing the diamonds themselves, so... Oh joy. Yeah, it's not like you can count on the dog to let you know whether or not you're actually truly annoying or not, because, you know, as long as you got food, they're gonna love you. Take care, Lily. Yeah, that's Gothic, that's not cool. That's my poor nose. I can't stand this. This is like the worst. Oh, I don't know. I know that for a fact that some of my antics have got to be annoying. Like there's just no way in hell that the average person would not find me like, yeah. I mean, I might seem like a whole lot of fun here in my little short videos and stuff, but I'm always looking at, you know, what's the next thing I need and what I want. And I mean, I've got there's probably still 8 kg of floss around the house that's not tied up into anything. And I'm already ready to purchase the next things of floss. Mind you, I'm fortunate that I have a wife who is also going, you know, we could save money instead of getting just a little bit. We got some more, so how about we do these patterns too? So, kind of good. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. And yeah, that whole shaking leg thing, yeah, that's totally, oh my God. My mom used to say that if she could hook a generator to it, we could have powered the house when I was a kid. I think when I shifted this over earlier, I did not take into account what it was going to be like bringing this edge down. And the further I work away from the clips, the more it's tending to want to rise up. So I need to shift this. Let's see how that works out. Whoops. Just pulled it out of the clip there. So this is a good chance to explain about being kind of nimble with your work. If you notice that you're pulling things in a wrong direction, having clips and having the ability to change how it sits can make all the difference in the world. At this point though, I think it's going to be kind of difficult to kind of get it on camera, but I don't want to sacrifice the quality of my wall hanging just to have a good video. So yeah, kind of, so we can bring this over here a little bit. But yeah, see clip here too. But yeah, trying to keep it. So I did a thing showing how you can actually make a candy stripe bracelet lay perfectly flat. I think the bracelet's probably around. Oh no, I think we have given that one away, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's all about working close to the clips. And so yeah, this trying to get this corner over here would be a problem otherwise. I think this is where I'm going to have to end this tonight. My sinuses are absolutely just driving me insane. And yeah, I want to, before I go, I want to thank all my Patreon supporters. You guys are really, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys really make this all happen. And I really want to thank you guys a lot from the heart. And yeah, I wish I could kind of keep going here, but I think I'm going to have to go do a neti pot thing or something to try to clear out my nose. So until next time, don't get your strings in a bunch.